So what am I trying to say? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be trying out the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. Now when I first saw this, I was like, I have to have it. I've been trying to have it. Well, I've been trying to get it in my cart at Sephora, but every single time it was sold out. But I hit the jackpot because I found this palette brand new for only $35 on this Facebook page that I'm in, where people, I don't know how they get the discount, but they get it, and they sell brand new makeup at a discounted price. I ain't asking no questions. As long as it's original, I don't care. Saving me some money. So this palette normally retails for $58 and I got it for $35. So I was pretty happy about that. For being just cardboard, it does feel a little bit, it feels nice. And this is what, if I can open it. Also the magnet's pretty, it's like a heavy duty magnet, so you don't have to worry about it opening up all over the place. So this is what the inside looks like. And I just love these shades. I've been wanting, well, I did pick up one of the melt stacks from them, but I haven't tried their actual palettes. So I figured this is the perfect time for me to get a try out. So what I want to do is really utilize these greens over here, just because I want to see what the formula is like, because formulating greens is very, well, what I've seen is very difficult. Sometimes they end up being dry, patchy, and very hard to work with. So we're going to definitely put this palette to the test. Alright, so on one eye, I'm going to prime with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And on the other eye, I'm going to prime with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. It's just a cream eyeshadow base, and I kind of want to see if these eyeshadows react towards certain types of formula of eyeshadow bases. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to start off, I want to really use those greens, but I'm going to use this shade called Luna, just as the transition shade, just so everything can kind of mix in together. And right off the bat, the eyeshadow does have kickback, but I really don't mind as long as I don't have fallout and the pigmentation is there. So this shade is literally my skin color. So what I'm going to do to actually bump it up just a little bit is use this shade called Lorelei to deepen up that transition shade. You can definitely see this one. So I'm going to flip over to a more precise, well, not really that precise, but it's just the tiniest bit thinner blending brush, and I'm going to go in with Fire OG. And I'm just going to do this gradient effect with the green. So I'm literally going to apply this right underneath where I applied that Lorelei shade. See, so that's the thing that I was talking about, is that the shade can look a little bit drying and patchy. So let's see if it gets any better or if it gets any worse. So I'm going to try to pack it on now. So I'm going to go in with a more fluffy brush, and I'm going to try to see if I can blend out that harsh line that's going on. But I'm actually going to take the shade Mochi to see if it makes it any better. Now that I have gotten that color more blended out, I am going to go back in with Lorelei just to top it on top, since I did lose a little bit of the color peeping through. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with Leo, oops, and do kind of the halo effect, because I'm trying to use as many shades as I can. So actually this... Alright, so this is Fire OG, and then this is Leo. And they're not much of a difference, so it's not really going to deepen it up that much. but we're gonna try. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with Cupcake, which is just a deep brown, and as well pack it on top of Leo to see just what happens. The one good thing as well is that none of these shades, even though they have some kickback, I have zero fallout, which is pretty nice. But we haven't gotten into the shimmers yet, so we'll see about that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with, let's see, which shimmer do I want to go in with? I'm gonna go in with Gemini in the center of the lid, just because I want to see what it does. So I'm actually not going to use any concealer in the center of the eyelid because I want to see what the intensity is of this glitter shade by itself. So I am using a flat synthetic brush, and let's see what it does. That was a no-go. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger. Oh yeah, see, with my finger there is some pigment. So what I'm gonna do now is go with a fluffy flat brush and use some Fix Plus to pick up some color. Now actually the shimmer did have just the tiniest bit of fallout, but nothing too drastic or anything like that, as I would have expected. Now I'm pretty sure if I would have originally popped on this shimmer shade with some Fix Plus first, then I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had any fallout. But I really do like how this look came out. I mean, the greens is to be expected that they are just the tiniest bit hard to work with, but it was nothing like the what was that one palette that I had, that Jaclyn Hill palette? What was the name of it? I don't remember the name of it, but I'll put it somewhere right here when I'm editing. That palette, oh my goodness, those greens and dark, I think it was like a dark navy blue, was such a hassle to work with, and it was so irritating. But that's just the only thing that I can compare it to. I don't have any other palettes that have greens like this that I've used. So I'm trying to think on top of my head what's another palette that's kind of like this. No, I really can't. That's the only one that came to my head was that Jaclyn Hill palette. So if you are on the lookout for some greens like this, and you do like how this intensity came out, then I do suggest, if you want to pick it up, definitely pick it up, especially when Sephora has that 15% off or 20% off, depending which rank you're in. Or as well, you can look on Facebook. Some Facebook pages do sell authentic brand new makeup, and you just never know what you can find there. So I am very happy that I found this palette for a discounted price. I'm really excited to actually pick up more of their stacks, not as much as their palettes, just because both of the palettes, well, the other two palettes that they have out, they're more on the neutral side, and I already have enough browns in my collection to last me a lifetime. So if they do come out with something more colorful, then I'll definitely look to pick something like that up. But for right now, I'm going to finish off the other eye to see how it does with the drugstore eye primer, and then going to put on some, I probably will do a small wing liner. Alright, just kidding. I actually want to try out this black to see how intense it is, because I swatched it and I was like, oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to not do a liquid liner, but actually do a smoked out liner just to see, you know, what it does. Oh, so that black shade is called Bonnie. So I did tap off the X's. Hopefully I don't get any fall. Okay. Dang, that thing is it's pigmented. Oh, great. Alright, so this black is pigmented, you guys. Fair warning. Great. Now I have to somehow blend it out. Alright, so I did get a little bit of some excess darkness right there, but it wiped off pretty easy, luckily. Alright, so that black doesn't look that bad now that I've blended it out. But just a heads up, if you want to go in with that black, go in with the light hand and start off easy. Because you don't want to end up like me with a deep, dark line. Alright, so that looks better. Alright, so I did want to test that out on camera. So now I'm going to finish off the other eye, see how the eyeshadows apply on the drugstore concealer. And then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, so this is how the final eye look came together, which I'm very happy about. Let me take off my glasses. So doing an up close on here, I want to say that when I was putting on the eyeshadows on this eye, when I used the drugstore concealer, eye primer, I did notice that it did want to stick onto some dryness that I have going on in my eyelids. Now I do have sometimes my eyelids do get this dry texture on the very corner, and I do notice that sometimes whenever I'm trying to blend out an eyeshadow and I feel like it's not sticking. That's what I noticed it was trying to do. But so far with where I use the paint pot, everything looks good. The pigmentation of some of the eyeshadows did latch on more on this side of the eye versus the Wet n Wild. So I would say you definitely want to use a cream base. But other than that, I really did enjoy using this eyeshadow palette. Now, I'm going to start off with the pros. The pros are that the eyeshadow did come well together. I didn't have that much fallout. Now the cons are for me is if you have dry eyelids, you definitely want to skip out on this eyeshadow palette. If you are not very patient with your eye looks, if you want an eyeshadow that's just gonna blend and that's it and you gotta go, this is not going to be for you either, because you do definitely have to work with this eyeshadow to get the eye look that you want. You definitely have to work for these eyeshadows to blend in together and all that stuff. So you can definitely use that as your own judgment and how you saw these eyeshadows perform, if this is something you're going to want to pick up or not. But overall, I did enjoy using the eyeshadow palette, that's for sure. I'm not mad that I picked up this palette. So there goes that. I do thank you guys for joining me in this small review. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification button so that way you don't miss next upload. And we'll see you on the next one.